Man, Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero. This was definitely the highlight of the night right here. This fight made the PBC. I think it put PBC on the map. I think a lot of people are going to be looking at boxing because of what happened between these two. But shout out to, first of all, I gotta say shout out to Robert Guerrero. If anything, we understand this dude got a sturdy chin. Not only does he have a sturdy chin, but he has a lot of heart. Now, here's some of the, it's just like I said in my prediction video. I like Robert Guerrero when he was at 135, 140, because he was more of a boxing technician. He used the ring a little bit better. He was pumping the jab a little bit better than what he is now. It's like, you know, when he went up to 147, and ever since he beat Berto, he adopted this straightforward style. Like, I'm just going to walk through you and all that crazy stuff, you know. And I know Mayweather exposed him as kind of being slow, you know, but he just didn't move. He just didn't utilize the ring like he was supposed to. But his heart and his chin was there. He just didn't, and he forgot some of the tools that made him Floyd's mandatory for the WBC at 147. I think he forgot. I don't understand. Now, he's not a bum. Robert Guerrero is not a bum. This is only his third loss, one of which happens to be to Mayweather. Okay, so everybody loses to Mayweather. So, I mean, what's the difference, right? All right. But, you know, much props to Robert Guerrero. He's not a bum. He just didn't have the tools in the proverbial toolbox to run with Keith Thurman. And Keith one-time Thurman, masterful performance, bro. Masterful. He showed everything. And you know the scary thing about Keith Thurman is that he's getting better after every fight. The one thing that he's missing in his game, to me, was his inside game. That was one of the things that I didn't like about his boxing game, because he liked to box from the outside. But here, I think in this fight, he showed a little bit of everything. The power was definitely there because Guerrero was eating right hands all night long. Sheesh. He was, man. He was. And Guerrero was saved by the bell. Was it the 8th or the 9th round? You know, Guerrero kind of made a little comeback. He showed a little fire in the next round after that. But when Thurman knocked him down and that round was 10-8, you kind of figured that, you know, it was over. But it was a masterful performance by Keith Thurman. I personally think that a star was born. I think a star was born personally. Shout out to all those, you know, who was on the Keith Thurman bandwagon, you know, when he beat since Soto Carras, since he beat Soto Carras and all of them, you know. I was always aware of Keith Thurman. I always knew what he had. You know, he had the skills. He just needed to be tested. And this was his biggest test, and he passed his test with flying colors. So, you know, much respect to the guy, Keith Thurman, man. He bought it, man. And, you know, like I said, man, a star was born, man. I think people like his style of boxing. And, you know, who should he fight next? I think this definitely put him in the running for the Mayweather sweepstakes for his 49th fight. One of two reasons. I think he beat Guerrero better than Floyd beat Guerrero. That's number one. Number two is he's Floyd's mandatory in the WBA. So there's no problem with him fighting his mandatory for his last fight. It really isn't. He's definitely in the running for that. He can fight. Amir Khan would be a good fight. I think his next big fight should be against Kell Brook. Kell Brook, that way, he merges a couple of he unifies a champion. He unifies a championship. He unifies the championship, and then Floyd already got the WBC, WBA. And then, like I said, Thurman to snag up the IBF, and he's still an interim champion of the WBA. That, and then when Floyd beats Pacquiao, when Floyd beats Pacquiao, Floyd had a WBO. So all of the titles is there. You see what I'm saying? All the championships would be there. That would be perfect. But Thurman, it depends on what Floyd wants to do. Like I said, once he beats Pacquiao on May 2nd, then a fight with Keith Thurman would definitely be good. But if not Keith Thurman, Keith Thurman should definitely take on Kell Brook. Timothy Bradley, fighters of that ilk. He shouldn't have no more bum fights. No more bum fights. He's definitely earned bigger paydays, and he's earned the big time. Does he deserve to be on the pound for pound list yet? We'll just have to wait and see on that one. But he's definitely a top dog, and he's definitely, on his way up the rankings to become one of the most known and and one of the better boxers. So if you don't know about Keith Thurman now, you will know about him. Trust and believe. He got my vote. Like I said, man, big shout outs to him. He showed off, man. He showed off. That's all I got, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and till the next one, I'm out.